Hello, this is Mark and Ying doing our usual Sunday broadcast. We've had a few technical disasters, at least I have, this week over the last, basically since Christmas. If you've got a video link, it's not going to work tonight. I'll give you the correct link if you do want to get a live broadcast. We're also running 5 minutes late. Apologies, everybody, if you're a regular. If you're not a regular, this is a chance to catch up with us. So let me just get back. Let me just catch my breath. We've got a few new logos, so hope you like the new one.
Hashtag Marc Stuart Medium is hashtag the Scottish Medium.
And remember I said we had a few.
Hashtag Marc Stuart Media is hashtag the Scottish Medium. Hashtag Marc Stuart Medium is hashtag the Scottish Medium.
Okay, if you would like to get a real live video link, video reading, please use this link here. If you've got the old one, that's not going to work. As I said, we've been having a few bit of technical problems this month, this year. So basically, catch-up time. We took a 2-week holiday. Santa, i.e. me, spent a lot of money on new computer equipment, which we have been upgrading. We're now broadcasting in high definition. As you can see behind me, I've got a picture. Those are meant to be sweet versions of ghosts, that eat. But basically, moving forward, you're going to get various different images behind me, different one every week, probably a different place in Scotland. High definition broadcasts. We're also increasing the number of locations we're broadcasting to. All of that has been causing little confusions in the way that I do things. Hopefully, moving forward, we're going to get back to normal. But for the moment, things are a little bit confusing at times. Now, when I say video readings, basically you have to use Firefox or Chrome. Use that link, copy and paste it into Firefox or Chrome, and then that'll bring you in for a real-time reading. Now, I have been doing this off and on for the last month, and to be blunt, it is 5 times easier for me to give you a reading if I'm doing it in real time without the 20-second delay. Spirit comes through a lot stronger. So basically, copy and paste the link. Other than that, not much to report. So you know the way this works if you're a regular. If you're not a regular, just watch and learn. So I'm going to very quickly do our opening prayer. So if everybody would please join us in hands bowed, etc. Dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you for helping us to overcome the technological difficulties, etc. Please help us to open the door to the other side. Please allow spirits to come forward, and please allow anyone that needs a reading to basically make contact with us. Lots of things going on in the world. I wouldn't even know where to begin to ask for help, but please help everybody that's working just now through all the difficulties with the pandemic, and in America in particular, and anywhere else in the world that's being affected. Please help us to help ourselves. Amen. Okay, thank you. Now, if you're not a regular and you want a reading, basically you type into the chats that you want a reading. Ying, my wife, is chairing. Sometimes she types as myself, sometimes she types as herself. Remember I said we'd be making a lot of changes. Well, she's now doing it from a computer. How does she choose the names? If you want a text, you get chosen randomly. If you go for a video reading, it gets high priority and gets done straight away. In terms of text, they go into what we call Ying's spiritual box. This is just her, filmed last year. She does actually have this on her desk, so your names go in on a piece of paper, go into the box, get chosen at random, and she puts them on my desk. She is open as I am. She sits in circles. She has worked with me before on platform in the past. We work together. So that's how we choose to get a video message. That's how you choose to get a message. But as I've said, I will give priority to videos because they are so much easier to do. Now, I'm also just going to do a very quick spiritual message. So I'm going to talk, actually, I'm going to talk about myself because it was myself that actually inspired this message, thus the irony. But basically, don't make excuses. It would have been very easy for me to blame spirit. Oh, they don't want me to work with this technology, so I won't work with it. I'll come up with another excuse next week. I'll blame the technology. But it was me. It was me that was working with the technology. It's me that couldn't get my hands around it. It's me that caused the errors. So I'm not going to blame anybody else. Maybe it's both. Maybe it is spirit. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's a haphazard of the two. But one thing is sure, if you use an excuse for not getting things done, then it will not happen. You'll create a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a bit like a story that we actually tell in spiritualist churches. Did I mention I am a spiritualist medium that was trained in a church, and I'm one of the official mediums for Dunfermline Spiritualist Church, although obviously this is me doing this privately. But basically, it's a story that we tell in Scotland. God contacts this man in a dream, and he tells him, there's going to be a flood, but don't worry, I'm going to save you. So it starts to rain one day, and the rain keeps raining, and it keeps raining, and very quickly, the water's coming through his front door, so he gets his family together, and they go up to the first floor, they open the window, the water level rises and rises and rises and rises, and it's almost, not quite, but almost at the first floor. So a Coast Guard comes by in a boat, and he shouts up to the family, hold on, I'll get a ladder, we'll get you down into the boat. And the man and the family all shout down, no, no, don't save us. God's told us he's going to save us. So the man says, are you sure? And they say, yes. So he sails away in his boat. Half an hour to an hour later, somebody else comes by in a helicopter, and they shout down, look, the water's almost going to drown you. You really do need to get on board. You know, they drop a ladder and they shout back, no, no. They're on the roof by now, but they just shout back, no, 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 God's going to save us. So the water keeps rising and rising and rising, and soon they drown. They go up to heaven. They go to meet God, and God says, what on earth are you doing here? I sent you a warning. And they say, but you said you were going to save us. And he said, well, I sent a man in a boat, and I sent a man in a helicopter. Why didn't you get the case in point? God, Spirit, helps us to help ourselves, and anything else is just an excuse. Okay, so nobody's come forward for a video reading. Yes. So,
Penny Farah. Sorry.
Well, Penny, waiting for you, but Penny, you're gonna have to take the video link and copy it and paste it either into Chrome or Firefox. It will not work with any other browser. Don't click on the link because that won't work. Copy and paste it into Firefox or Chrome. So Firefox or Chrome. Okay, Penny, copy it and paste. Hello, Penny.
Hello.
You've had a reading here before, haven't you?
Yes, I have. It was so good. I've come back for more.
Well, you should hire me for a private reading, and then I'll really amaze you.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
Yeah, the first one. Give me a few seconds just to open up.
Okay.
Can you take someone in spirit, or can you take the spirit of a black dog?
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's the person or if it's the dog or if it's both. You're the first reading and I'm just warming up, so give me a few seconds. Did the dog belong to a man?
No.
Right, it's just the dog I've got then. Somebody with the dog in a green anorak. I don't know how you would describe this, but it's a very sort of short anorak, tight-fitting and green with a hood.
I know someone who's got that coat, but they're not linked to the dog.
Okay, I may just have the two then. I may have the person. The person's in spirit.
No.
No, right, okay. The message must be about that person then. I think it's just the dog I've got. There is somebody here with the dog, but have you got someone that's passed into spirit very, very recently? I mean, like, say within the last 2, 3, 4 months.
Oh, yes.
Right, that's it then, because I've got somebody trying to come through and they're struggling. That's usually what I would get with a first attempt from somebody. Now, let me see if I can. It's unusual for the dog to be the helping hand, because usually another spirit will come forward to help them on the first visit.
Yeah.
I take it the dog's connected to you.
No.
No. Okay.
The dog could be theirs, actually.
Ah.
I'm just wondering who it is.
Right. Okay.
There are a couple of dogs, so we'll see who it is.
The dog must be connected to the person.
Yeah, possibly. Right, okay. Now, if I think about who it could be.
Yeah. Okay. Like I say, 6 months maximum, but I get the feeling it's sooner than that. I was thinking about 3, 4 months since they passed. Well, not an exact time measurement, because I'm not getting a good, clear connection to them, but that sort of time scale. Don't get a calendar out and count it to the day, but minimum 2, maximum 4. That sort of time frame.
Yeah. Okay. But we'll see who it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Color. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm asking her just to give me something I can confirm who it is. The color yellow. Maybe light color, maybe clothes, maybe memory. It's like a yellow square she's showing me. Like a scarf. Something about the size of a scarf.
I've just bought a scarf with yellow in it.
Ah, right. Okay. So it's a she, isn't it? It's a woman.
Yes, you said she just a minute ago.
Yeah. Just getting confirmation. It's a she.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just, like I say, I just asked for anything to prove that she was here, and she's just given me that. So obviously that's you, that you've bought that today. So she's just giving you that as evidence of confirmation. I'm not going to get much more from her, to be really honest. She's just too new. Would you understand the suite? I don't even know if you can still get these anymore, but when I was a kid, you used to be able to get like a sherbet. It was like a cardboard tube.
Oh, yeah.
And a licorice stick in it, and we called it a sherbet dip.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. Does that have some significance for the woman? Because that's what she's showing me. Like she's maybe bought it for you. She's liked it. Somebody's given it to her as a present, a memory.
No, I mean, I could put it with something, but
again, it's just, like I say, she's too new. I'm just getting random bits and pieces. She's just throwing things at me like that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
The funeral or the cremation, did she have a very, very dark brown coloured?
It hasn't been done yet.
Oh, is that new?
Yeah, unless it's someone else.
No. Hold on. Like when it happens, then is the coffin going to be dark, really, really dark brown?
I don't know.
See if you can find out.
Yeah.
Again, she's just throwing things at me.
Yeah.
Does she wear a hairnet?
No.
Think about, very much a net over the hair. Maybe at work or some point in her life.
No, there was significance about her hair, but not a hairnet.
Ah, right. So it's the hair then. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so it's the hair then. It's okay. It's me that's putting the hairnet on it. Oh, did she at some, maybe before she died or at some point, was she using crutches?
No.
So what's the
We
significance?
might have a different person, I think.
Can you make sense of all these bits and pieces for somebody else then?
No. A long time ago, she used crutches.
Yeah, I'm saying it wasn't, it's not, like I say, she's just throwing random bits at me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's definitely her because she is getting stronger.
Right. Okay.
Like I say, it's not coherent. You know, she's too new for it all to be coherent.
Yeah.
Has she left behind living a man?
Yes.
Somebody very, very close to her. If it's not a partner, then it's like a son.
Yes.
Or a brother.
Yes.
I mean, really, really close to her.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's the reason she's coming forward.
Yes, probably.
Let me see what else I can get from her about this. Does the man tend to write as opposed to type? You know, like if he was going to send you a letter, would he write it as opposed to typing it on a word processor?
Yes, yes.
Right, okay. Is he writing either some sort of diary or some sort of book or a notepad, but something that he's writing page after page after page? It's like tech. You know, sorry?
He does write a lot.
Ah, right, okay. So it's just a general writing a lot. Right, okay.
Yeah.
With her death, has he stopped writing?
No. Well, not really.
I get she's worried about his writing in some way. It may be, I mean, again, it's me that's trying to interpret her. It may be him that she's worried about, but it's very specifically about the writing.
It'd be good if he stopped writing, to be honest.
Sorry?
It would be good if he stopped writing, to be honest.
Ah, so when he's writing, is it unpleasant stuff that he's writing or depressing? Right, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the message. Like I say, I'm struggling to interpret this. Maybe that's the message. She wants him to stop writing.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Right, okay.
Maybe she could tell him that.
Let me see. Give me time. I don't know if this is connected to the writing, but you know, I mean, if you go back 500 years, they used to use quill pens.
Yeah.
You know, the feather sort of cut. Does that have some symbolism or significance for the man's writing? Maybe a badge or...
No.
Ask him, because that's what when you said to her, maybe that's the message, that's what she showed me. It may not be the writing, it may be, I mean, I'm assuming it's a quill pen, it's a feather that she's showing me.
Right.
But it's a big one, you know, it's not like it's not like a pigeon feather that you'd walk past on the ground. It's a really big feather.
Okay.
You know, maybe calligraphy or symbolism. I think it's more symbolism.
Okay.
I think the feather will mean something to this man. Maybe it may even be a memory between the two of them. It may be evidence that you've got to give him to convince him that, you know, it's just for real.
I don't talk to him.
Sorry?
I don't talk to him.
Okay. then why is she coming forward to talk to you to give him a message then? It's me that's making that assumption. It seems a bit strange to give you the message for him if you're not able to deliver it. Could you send him an email?
No, I don't want to.
Ah, maybe the message is for you then, about him.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, okay, well, we're public, so be careful what you say at this point. But the reason for you not speaking to him, is it really, really personal? I mean, is it something he's done to you in the past that you can't forgive him for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's making more sense now. How long has it been since you spoke to him? A long time?
Yeah.
I think if you contact him, you're going to be very surprised.
Okay. But
I can only give you, I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I can only give you what the Spirit is giving you.
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm really struggling here to interpret it.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't come forward to give you a message about somebody that you're not going to connect with unless there's some significance about that.
Yeah.
So this is me that's interpreting it.
Yeah.
It's not hard because I'm really finding it difficult because she's just too new.
Yeah.
But there is definitely something going on about him and you, obviously, because it's you that's getting the message. It's not him.
Yeah.
So it may not be that he's going to ask for your forgiveness. I really don't know. Is there anybody else that you could act as a go-between?
No, it's not happening. No.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to have to leave you with that then.
Yeah.
I can see I'm struggling to make sense of this myself.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm just going to have to leave you with that.
Okay.
Sorry if it wasn't more help.
No, that's fine. Lovely.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Just a quickie for Jason. Jason, the reason I'm looking so gaunt is because I've got a bright light facing in my face. It's all part of the equipment that we've upgraded for. New camera, new lighting system, new screen behind me for the blue screen, new graphics, new lyrics. We've really, really, really gone over the top. Okay, so just waiting for Ying to give me the next person that we're coming to. Darling?
Yes, I gave it to you.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. It was beside me. So, coming to Marion Gray.
Oh, she wanted a video link. So.
Marion, okay, Marion, if you want to get a video, you have to take the link, which I'm just going to post again. And put that link into either Firefox or Chrome. It will not work. Don't click on it unless you've got Firefox or Chrome. It won't work on any other browsers. So copy that link that I've just posted for you. Here we go. Hello, Marion. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So just a quickie, Marion. Whereabout are you coming from? Are you British or are you coming from abroad?
In Dundee, Scotland.
Right. So you're a nice local to me then. Okay. So let's see who's coming forward for you. Give me 2 seconds and let's just get rid of that picture out of your face. I've got a man coming forward. He's age-wise, I would say late 60s to mid 70s. Very short hair. Well combed hair. He's very well presented. The way, like he presented himself very well, hairstyle wise, face wise. Grey to the point of 90% white, if that makes sense. Tallish. No, I'm 6 foot tall, so he's shorter than me, but not much shorter than me. But he's broader. I mean, you can't really see my build, but I'm tall but thin. He's a good sized man. At least he was when he was younger. Any of this make sense to you?
Maybe who I'm thinking of wouldn't have been broad.
Bearing in mind, this is in comparison to me. I'm as thin as a rake.
Yeah, he might have been because his weight fluctuated and
Yeah,
obviously, and then
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he's a rugby player.
no, wouldn't have ever been.
Nothing like that. But I mean, if he was alive and if he was standing next to me, I'm 6 foot tall. But if you saw me in the distance, I look like a midget because I'm so thin. If you saw him in the distance, he's a good size. Let's just put it this way: the words he's putting in my head is, "I'm a good sized man." Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Right. Okay.
Need a bit more, I think, Mark.
Yeah. But let me just see what else he'll give me.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Let me work with him for a wee second. I don't know if he had an Alsatian dog or if he worked with Alsatians, but at some point in his life, he's showing me if it's not a German Shepherd, it's very much like a German Shepherd.
The person I'm thinking of had the German Shepherd, a young man.
Right. Like I say, I got the feeling it was at some point in his life.
Mm-hmm.
He's brought, all the dogs are coming forward tonight. He's brought the German Shepherd with him. Okay, so is that enough to confirm who we've got?
Maybe, yeah.
Something about his teeth. Maybe later in life, did he have dentures?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can see that they work with my hands. My hands suddenly, not to my face, it's very specifically my teeth he's drawn attention to. Did he get divorced when he was alive?
No.
Or did his wife pass before him?
Not who I'm thinking of, no.
No. Something about the wife. Or is his wife still with us?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, it's maybe just his wife he's drawn attention to. It was me that interpreted it that way, but is there something going on with the wife of the man you think it is just now?
In what way going on?
Emotional? Like something traumatic, like a divorce, moving house. You know the expression, the three most traumatic things are death, moving house, and getting divorced. Now, I'm not saying it's one of those three, but something emotional like that. Some sort of trauma.
No.
Ask her. If you get the opportunity, go and ask her. The man, something about the shoes that he wore. Like, did he not wear? Did he wear? I don't know what you would call them. They're not trainers. They're not shoes. I'm not good with shoes. I don't know what to call them, but they're canvas. Not canvas. It's like they're made of some sort of material that's not leather. Like I say, they're not trainers. They're definitely some sort of shoe, but they're not, black leather shoes, if that makes sense. Like a very casual footwear. Does that make sense for the man?
No.
Now that's my description of them. They're grey coloured, laces. They're not slip-ons. Oh, I'm struggling with the shoes. I really don't know what to call them. Did he, in his house, did he have somewhere in the house or at some point, can you remember him having a really old-fashioned, what I would describe as ornate Victorian mirror? Very decorative. Kind of thing you would see in a Victorian bathroom. Right. Well, hold that for a minute, because that's what he's showing me. Does that mean anything to you? I mean, it's a wall mirror. I mean, it's not the wall. It's not the whole wall, but it's like a massive picture frame size mirror. If you could basically take this and use it as a pic. If you put a picture in it, it would look more natural as a picture frame than as a mirror. Right. Well, hold on to that for a minute, because that's definitely got some significance, if not as evidence for him, but for why he's coming forward. Okay, let's see what he'll give me. Going back to the woman, is she having problems driving?
Doesn't drive.
Ah, right. So she doesn't drive. Right. Okay. So that's the problem. She doesn't drive. Is there somewhere she has to get to on a regular basis? Like far, it's either like 2 or 3 buses, or it's too far to walk. Does that make sense? Like you or I would just jump in the car and drive there in 15 minutes, and it's taken her like 60 minutes. Don't take the time as literal, but like you're having to wait for a bus, get on a bus, change a bus. Whereas if you could just go straight there by car, it would just be a straightforward 15-20 minute journey.
Yeah, she's not going out now, so.
Is there somewhere that she has to go on a regular basis then?
No, not just now. No,
No, I mean, like under normal circumstances.
It might be. No.
Right. Like I say, it's definitely. You're going to have to speak to her to make sense of this. But there's somewhere that it may not be regular, but there's somewhere that she's having to go to that she's practically not able to get there using public transport. Is there somebody that would drive her if you did have to go somewhere?
If she asked, yeah. I would, if she asked.
Is she the kind of person that wouldn't ask?
Maybe wouldn't ask me. She would maybe ask someone else.
But she would ask somebody.
Mm-hmm. I would, yeah, or take a taxi or something.
But she would take a taxi then. Okay. Still trying to make sense of this. You're going to have to speak to her, because I'm sorry, I'm really struggling to make sense of this, but 3 bits. Traveling somewhere, okay, I mean, if it's just a case of getting in a taxi, then it's not getting to the place, but there's something about going to this place or whatever it is. Maybe it's not, I mean, I'm thinking it's the getting there, the transport, but it's maybe not that. There's maybe something going on that's stopping her from getting them, I mean, apart from the obvious, the pandemic, but something else apart from that. And it's almost as though she's not asking for somebody to take her there, or maybe even whatever it is that it's about, she doesn't want to talk about. I'm sorry, you're just going to have to speak to her and see if you can put this together and make sense of it. Because without getting feedback from you, I'm not getting anything more from the man. And don't forget the mirror as well. Maybe give that to the woman, see if she can make sense of it. Sorry, I'm going to have to leave you with that, because I'm really not getting anything more. But like I say, speak to the woman. Something about somewhere that she's meant to be going to, she's not talking about for some reason, or something that's stopping her going. I was thinking it was the transport. From what you're saying, it's not going to be the transport. And something about the mirror, and just see if she can make sense of that. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Okay, so coming to Gillian. So, Gillian, I'm assuming you're still with us. Gillian, I've got... Hello, Gillian. Oh, thanks for getting everybody the message last week. Seriously, people, just a joke. Just tell you a wee story as an aside. Jill contacted me, was it on tonight? To which my response was yes. Within 60 seconds of that, I was vomiting my stomach up to the point that I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. Now, if that definitely wasn't me. It turned out to be food poisoning. I was not in any capable way of doing the messages that night. Okay, Jill. So let's see who we've got coming forward. Jill, can you take someone who was either a train driver or worked on trains or traveled a lot on trains? It's more than just sort of like going on a regular distance. It's more than just going on holiday. Or somebody that literally lived on a train line, like the bottom of the garden, then there's the train line, and there's trains going backwards and forwards constantly. But the one association for this man is trains. Okay. And it's definitely a man. Jill, can you understand a blank sheet of white A4 paper? What I'm being shown by this man, it may be symbolic that it's a white sheet of paper. So, Jill, going on in your life just now, can you understand what a white sheet of paper means to you? So, Jill, can you understand your grandfather showing you a white sheet of paper? It is literally a blank sheet of paper with nothing written on it. I mean, if it's symbolic, then you've got a list or something to write down that you haven't started. But I think it's literal. I really... Okay. I say it's very specifically an A4 white blank sheet of paper. But if you can interpret that, okay. Okay, now I'm going to assume there's symbolism involved in this. But what your grandfather is now doing is he's taking that white sheet of paper and he's folding it up to make a paper aeroplane. And he's throwing it across the room. Apart from doing something with the white sheet of paper and a fresh start, but can you understand why your grandfather... Right, okay. So, right, it's not just literal, that's the paper you've got in the house. But, Jill, like I say, he's taking that white sheet of paper, at least a sheet of paper, and he's folded it up into a paper aeroplane. And it's an intricate design he's done with the paper aeroplane. It's not just sort of folded it over in two sheets and thrown it. He actually has created a paper aeroplane for you. Ah, right. Okay, so you're going to have to fly to Cyprus. Well, just remember, you still get the internet in Cyprus, so you can still tune in for your readings. While he's doing it, he's like walking across the room, picking it up again, throwing it back. So if you can interpret that, I'm going to leave you with that, Joel. But basically, let me see what else he's saying. Something about no. He is taking his finger at you and he's going like that when you said that. I think, Joe, I'm going to ask you a direct question. Why do you think you can't move to Cyprus? Now, don't give me a long verbatim answer. I'm not asking you to feed me, but I'm asking you this question as to get you thinking. Is it something specific that's stopping you, or is it you that's stopping you? Because like I say, his finger's up like this, and he's going constantly like that. In fact, no, he's got two fingers up. He's going like that. It's almost as though he's actually, no, that's symbolic again. The two fingers are not to make a noise. They're not to shout at you. They're to conduct music. Can you understand your granddad conducting music? Or does that have something to do with you going or not going to Cyprus? I mean, I'm not joking. His two fingers are up like this and he's... So it's COVID, right. Well, like I say, the two fingers are up and he's conducting music, like a symphony. Again, Joe, can you understand the symbolism of that? Does any of that make sense to you? Two fingers up, conducting a small group of people playing it. Okay, well, I'm going to leave you with that one to think about, Joe, because I can't get anything else out of that. But like I say, he's not got one finger up at you. He's got two fingers going like that. Now, it's me that's interpreting that as conducting, but well, think about it afterwards, Joe. See if you can make sense of it. Right, coming to Kathleen Boyle. Kathleen. So, Kathleen, coming to yourself, Kathleen. Are you still with us? Kathleen, are you still with me, or are you with the Woolwich? I haven't heard that on television for a long time. Does anybody remember that old expression? You're welcome, Joanne. So, Kathleen Boyle, are you still with us? Kathleen. Kathleen Boyle. Kathleen, are you still with us? Kathleen, are you still with us? Kathleen, if you're not coming forward, I'm going to have to move on to somebody else. Kathleen, if you're still with us, just give me a quick yes. I've got a yes from Marion Scott, so...
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry, Kathleen. I'm going to have to move on to somebody else. Jason, coming to yourself. Jason. So, Jason. Jason, I know you've got a boat, Jason, but can you take a man? So, Jason, bear with me 1 second. David, I'm just going to post a link for you. Take that link and put it into either Firefox or Chrome. Firefox or Chrome. Right, Jason, coming back to yourself while we're waiting for David. So Jason, can you take a man that also had a boat, or somebody that you knew through your boating and spirit? Very, very naval, nautical. Now, I'm not saying he worked for the Navy, but I am saying being out on a boat was the center of his life. Quite elderly now. I think he was in his mid-70s when he passed. So a man in his mid-70s and very, very much connected to boats. So Jason, so Marion, while we're waiting for Jason to prove that he's still here with us in the land of the living, not in the land of the spirit, same as before, take that video link, put it into Chrome or Firefox. So take that video link that I just posted, copy and paste it into either Chrome or Firefox, not any other browser. It must be Chrome or Firefox. So Jason, are you still with us? Jason? Jason, I'm struggling to keep this open. If you don't come forward and acknowledge, you know the way this works. I really do need to get feedback. So Jason, are you still with me? So Jason, are you still with me? Marion, David, Jill, please. Ah, right. Okay. So Jill, give Jason a private PM him, please, because I'm struggling here. Okay, folks. Is anybody having difficulty seeing the... If you're having difficulty seeing the link, make sure that you're looking at this either on Marc Stuart Medium, my homepage, or go to my page, Just a Scottish Medium. You should be able to see the links at that point. If you're watching from anywhere else, you should still be able to see the links. So again, like I said before, take that link and copy and paste it into either Chrome or Firefox. So I'm going to have to assume that Jason has left us. We're still waiting for the other two people to come through on video.
You can give it Terrace Banner.
Right.
She's here.
Okay, Terrace Brennan, coming to yourself, Terrace. Okay, Terrace Brennan, if you're still with us, just give me a quick hello. Terrace, I've got a man coming forward, some connection to North America. So, Terrace, can you take a man? He either is American. One second. North America. Hello, Terrace. So, Terrace, can you take a man? You have to wait a few seconds because if you close down the Facebook, otherwise you're going to get sound feedback. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
That's great. I can hear you. Right, Terrace. So I've got a man coming forward that's got a connection to North America. Maybe holidays. Not saying he's American, but he is definitely, or he loved America, but he's showing me United States of America. Does that make sense to you?
Possibly.
He's overweight as well when he passed. Not saying, I'm not saying he was unhealthily overweight, but he needed to do exercise.
Don't we all?
No, seriously, yeah, I know, but it's beyond. I've got a bulge in my stomach now, and I need to do exercise to lose that. His bulge in his stomach is all over his body. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Age-wise, I would say 60s. Now that's me guessing by what he's showing me. he's either a man, I mean, I'm in my 50s. He's either somebody in his 50s that looks older, or he's somebody in his 70s that looks younger. But if I met him, my gut feeling is he's mid-60s.
Okay, I'm a little confused. So this is somebody who passed, overweight,
Yeah.
from Ireland. So I'm thinking it might be my dad,
Okay.
but his mom was from Ireland, so he'd be first generation. I'm second.
Right. Now, why did you say Ireland? I never said Ireland.
Did you say North America?
Yes.
US.
So I take it from the accent that you're American.
Yes.
Right. Now, just to be absolutely clear, I was saying North America before you came on the video. So I'm not just, so I take it he was North American.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because I didn't say Ireland, but he is nodding at Ireland. But I just be absolutely clear, I did not say Ireland.
No, you did not.
Right. But if you go back, when we're finished, if you go back and watch the video.
No, I heard it.
Ah, right. Fair enough. Right.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay. So we know who we've got. Let's see why he's coming forward. Do you take tablets on a regular basis for medical purposes?
Tablets.
Could be cholesterol tablets, could be, and
Supplements.
sorry?
Supplements, not medication.
So it's supplements, right. But do you take them for health reasons?
Yes.
You know, like I'm calling them medicines, but you're taking, I mean, we're not just talking about taking, you know, like a multivitamin tablet.
No,
We're talking about taking serious, let's just call them vitamins.
I am taking one for cholesterol. I'm hoping the supplement.
Right. Okay. So, right. So you are taking medicine for cholesterol. And I did say cholesterol, right? Okay. Okay. Check the dosage of it.
Sorry?
Check the dosage of it.
Oh, okay.
Now let's just be absolutely clear. I do not diagnose.
Right.
I'm not medically qualified. So do not go running to the doctor and say, Mark, the medium said I was to stop or start taking or anything like that. You know, don't come back screaming at me saying that I told you to do something. All I'm telling you to do is that's what your dad drew attention to. And it wasn't just random. When I said medication, I said cholesterol. So it maybe it's too much. It maybe it's too little. I've got no idea. All I'm saying is just whatever whoever it is that's saying take it at such and such a level, speak to somebody that knows what they're talking about and just check the dosage that you're taking.
Okay, so the supplement is only one a day, so that's all I'm taking. However, the doctor wants to put me on medication for high cholesterol. So maybe.
Right. Okay. So it's right.
Yeah.
Are you resisting it?
Yes.
Right. This is making sense then.
Yeah.
So it's you that doesn't want to take the cholesterol.
That's right.
Well, your dad disagrees with you.
All righty now.
Now, like I say, I'm not qualified to diagnose. I've got no idea what your doctor said. I've got no idea what your reasoning is for not taking the cholesterol.
Right.
So I'm not entering into any medical debate with you. I'm not qualified to do that.
You're just the messenger.
I'm just the messenger. But your dad drew attention to the fact that there was something had to be changed. Okay, I was assuming that you were on them and it was the dosage that was to be checked. That was quite specific. Your doctor's telling you to take it. You're resisting it.
Right.
Maybe just sit down and do a plus and positive and figure out why you're against it, why you're being recommended it, and
I will.
come to an informed. Would your dad use this expression? Because I wouldn't use this expression. Come to an informed decision.
Okay.
Is that a phraseology he would use?
Not really.
Would he do a SWOT analysis? Do you know what that is?
No.
Right. It's basically taking a piece of paper and doing a sort of positive, negative, risk, benefit.
I do that.
You do that.
I
right.
generally will do that. Okay, I will.
Right. So it's showing me you doing that.
All right.
I mean, I'm trying not to say go and do it, but
I'm good with that advice. Yeah, I'll definitely check into it again. Things are different. That was 10 years ago, so I'll look into it again.
Okay. Now let's see what else he's got. You yourself, do you have any memory issues, confusion issues
Yes,
on an ongoing basis?
seems so.
Right. Have you again, I'm not diagnosing.
I know.
Have you had it checked out?
No, I stopped smoking pot because I thought maybe that's it. And I'm 60.
Right.
So,
Okay, well, again, it's your dad drawing attention to that.
okay.
And I'm not diagnosing anything, so don't, like I say, don't get in the car and turn up at the hospital tonight and screaming at the doctor. You know, the medium told me I had to come in, but just investigate it.
Yeah, it's just forgetfulness, like right in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah.
And I also work with an Alzheimer's patient.
Right.
He's
Okay.
yeah. So that's a little.
Yeah. So, I mean, so you're aware of all the things that could be, you're aware of the things to check. I'm not diagnosing you, but I am saying don't ignore it because your father's drawing attention to it for some reason.
Okay. All right.
Do you have memories or do you go skating? Memories of skating or do you go skating?
No, years ago, that was a big deal in high school, and my mom was a roller skater.
Right. But did you ever, I'm not talking about roller skating. I'm talking about ice skating.
Oh, no.
As a child?
One time. No.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. As a child?
No, I was in my 20s.
Right. Okay. What happened when you were ice skating then? Because your dad's putting that in my head.
I don't know. I didn't like it. Well, I can't say I didn't like it. I wasn't good at it, but I only did it one time.
Well, think about it. Again, I don't know why. It's not the ice skating itself, clearly, if you only did it once.
Right.
But, you know, go away and just get a piece of paper out and just try and figure out. It may not be the ice skating itself. It may be what happened around about the time of the ice skating. Was there a change in your life about the time of the ice skating? A big change?
That actually was the first time I went away with my husband on Christmas. We just went. We just left Christmas
Right.
Eve.
Okay.
Years ago, though. I'm no longer with him.
Okay. It's not your husband, but like I say, something to do with the ice skating or round about the time of the ice skating. So that would make sense, like going away, because that when I asked for more, I just got big change. Put that into context now. Is there going to be are you planning on going somewhere?
Yes.
Just getting up and going somewhere?
Yes.
Right. Okay. They do this to me sometimes. They give me something and we have to sit here and figure out what the hell it means.
Right.
Apart from COVID, apart from the obvious, what is the issue that's stopping you from doing it?
It's definitely COVID.
Apart from, it's not COVID.
No, but that's the only reason why I would.
No, there's something else. Or maybe there's something else that should be stopping you from doing it. So don't think in terms of making the journey. Think in terms of what the journey is, why you're making the journey, where you're going, who you're going to see.
Yeah, it's one of my bucket lists places I've never been. I want to go to Italy.
Ah, right. Okay. Which is obviously definitely COVID because that's where it said it's worst in Europe. What's on your bucket list before going to Italy?
Years ago, Hawaii was number one place I wanted to go.
And it has it, is it still on your bucket list?
No, but it was just brought up again, and that could be potential for future. My boss, who I work for, is looking into buying an Airbnb in Maui.
Okay. Now, do you want to know something about Hawaii that most Americans don't realize?
Sure.
And I just got shown this, and I don't know why I've just been shown this. Each of your states has its own flag, correct?
Yes.
Well, if you look at the flag for Hawaii, it's the only flag that has a Union Jack in it, which is the British flag.
Oh.
Now, I don't know why I just got shown that, but when I asked for more, that's what I got shown. So now that's not just Scotland. Obviously, I'm in Britain just now. I'm a Scottish medium.
Right.
But what is it about Britain?
I've been watching The Crown on Netflix.
Okay.
And Bridgerton. I just
is Britain on your bucket list?
Not Britain. I possibly going back to Ireland. I've only been there since when I was 15.
Well, that's not Great Britain, but depending on which bit of Ireland you go to, it's
Right.
You know, if you're in the north, it's UK. If you're in the south, it's not. So maybe think about that, because, like I say, that's what I was got shown when I thought about, you know, what is it? And when you said Hawaii, I asked for confirmation or something else. So that's what they showed me. The Union Jack in the Hawaii flag.
Isn't that something? Okay.
So I'll leave you with that.
Sure.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Hey, same here.
Oh, by the way, where about in the States are you?
I'm in Asheville, North Carolina.
Ah, okay. So reasonably close to Raleigh?
Give or take. It's quite a little ways from Raleigh. Not too
How
bad.
far?
Gosh, I wouldn't even know. I'm going to say 6 hours.
Nah, okay. So it's not quite next door.
Yeah, it's not next door for sure.
Yeah, because I've been to Raleigh about 8 times in my life. I love the place. Anyway, leave you with that. Nice
All
to
right.
meet you.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, everybody. So that's us got to 9:30. If you bear with me for a few seconds, we shall just do our closing prayer. So if everybody would please join me in a closing prayer. Dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you for my timekeeping wife. Thank you for the messages that we got. Thank you for bringing forward the spirits. Thank you for the energy that people that watching generated. Thank you for me being able to overcome the technical difficulties and finally get this together on the Sunday. Please send out healing energy to anybody that needs it from the energy that we have generated here tonight. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so I normally do, for those of you that are new, I normally do an opening and closing prayer. So I'm just going to play my theme music, which does prove that we are in Scotland. At least Ying and I are. And do watch it, because there's lots of slides in it with lots of information that you might find useful. Okay, folks, so that's the end tonight. Ying and I will be back next weekend, UK time, Saturday, 12 a.m. 12:30 a.m. And we'll be back here Sunday. As per normal, I'll post the links probably on Monday. If you want a private reading, that's the website that's been flashing along at the bottom. Other than that, thanks for your time and good night.